Hello everyone, Gifted Soul here again for a pick a card reading, and this pick a card reading is going to be how you can manifest your goals, or how you specifically can get closer to the goals that you have in mind. So as always, you pick a pile. If you need time to meditate over the piles, just pause or simply just rewind. Always, I do encourage you guys to listen to the introduction. That way you know what kind of reading we're doing. Also, keep in mind that these are entertainment purpose only, and are for collective, meaning that they more than likely are not going to resonate with everybody, and it's not supposed to. But if you would like a more personal reading specific to your energy alone, please do consider booking a reading with me one day. I have very cheap prices, and I'm always taking orders. So you can find my Etsy shop in my website linked on my channel, as well as sometimes I will put it in the description box along with timestamps. So let's go ahead and get started. The decks I'm using will be listed in the description box as always. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So how are we going to get closer to our goals? So I'm going to move these other two out of the way so we can focus only on this. So let's see. Pile 1. Okay. Sacred Wisdom. So it looks like you have the power to just know things. You have the answers within you constantly, even not just spiritual answers, but like if somebody asks you a question, you seem to always know the answer to it. You're very smart, you're very intuitive, and you're just very knowledgeable and wise beyond your years for most of you. So this is one way to get closer to those goals, is to follow your instincts, follow your intuition, follow the knowledge that you've received from spiritual resources and just any type of research that you have done. I feel like you're a person that likes to study a lot. Again, somebody asks you a question, even if it's not your area expertise, you still have the knowledge in the answer. You still know the history behind things that are important. So we have fearless self-love. Okay, and the number is 22, and it says, whenever I choose to love myself, no matter the circumstances surrounding me, I am practicing fearlessness. So I feel like some of you are afraid of your thoughts, like afraid of the knowledge that you possess within you. Like it's like so accurate to the point where you're like, oh my God, something is wrong with me. How do I know these things? But Spirit says to love that quality about yourself because it makes you fearless, it makes you unique, and again, it just allows for you to overcome any obstacles. So Spirit wants you again to fearless self-love, loving yourself no matter what things look on the outer or inside surface. Okay, we have number 2, which is Yin. A lot of feminine energy here. So it looks like some of you might be tapping into that, the divine feminine. I'm feeling like for some of you, the number 2 is calling out to me. So 2 years ago, something very significant went on in maybe a few of your lives, or even could just be one person. But we all have a balance of male and female energy, so don't feel like just because I'm saying this is female that this means that this isn't for you if you are a male. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, the number 2 I feel like means a lot to some of you. Again, could be 2 years ago, some type of time frame, something coming up, or just again, number 2 is some type of spiritual number you've always kind of saw or had on your mind. But yeah. So yeah, just some of you are needing to work on this if you haven't already tapped into it. So let's see. Adventure. Here's the number 2 again. So maybe that's why I felt very important for you guys. So again, it could just be something for you to study, like the number 2. So adventure, this is obviously all about taking risks, being in the here and now, and allowing for you to stay present. It looks like you guys are needing to have a little bit more fun with what you're doing, with what your life purpose is. So this is the Siberian cat here, so that may mean something to you guys as well, possibly. But yeah, so just being adventurous. Again, taking risks. This reminds me of the Fool. So obviously think logically, but like, I feel like, give yourself a chance to see where things can go if you were to do something different. Taking a new approach, basically. So solitude. Once you embrace the inner divine in your own sacred solitude, the right people arrive at the right time, exactly on schedule, without forcing or chasing. So I feel like number 1, I feel like the color green is also important too. Maybe you guys have money goals or something of that sort. I feel like you're constantly around other people. Maybe not even constantly, but you are more so than you are by yourself. I kind of feel like this keeps you distracted from doing what you need to do. So Spirit says to spend a little alone time so that you can tap into this feminine yin energy right here, and also begin to understand and know where to go and what adventures to take. I'm hearing you're not used to being by yourself, some of you. I'm not meaning like relationship wise, I'm just meaning generally. You're always maybe around a group of people for some of you. And I do feel like that's why you have a lot of knowledge. Well, for some of you, I feel like the solitude is why you have a lot of knowledge. But for those of you that are constantly around a lot of people, I feel like it kind of takes away from this right here. So Spirit wants you to kind of spend time alone so you can reconnect with that. But yeah. Brand spanking new, number 9. So when you're spending time in solitude, I feel like you will find, now this is a message that comes up a lot when we're speaking of solitude, because when you're spending time alone, you are gaining new perspective, you are connecting with nature, you are connecting with the divine and coming up with new ideas and being inspired. So I feel like once you do this, this is what you will have. You will have a brand spanking new outlook, brand spanking new outcome, and I feel like motivation comes with it as well. So some new things are coming once you kind of take time away from others. And I'm not saying to completely isolate yourself, but to, just bask in your feminine energy in your alone time. And I just feel like this is a part of how you're going to get to where you want to be. Protected. You are safe and supported while you change your career. So a lot of you are choosing this pile because, well, you didn't choose the pile because of this, but you are here because you may have goals regarding your career. You're wanting to change your career, but you're not 100% sure. Change your career or change something that you feel no longer fits your soul. And so Spirit is saying that you are safe and supported while you make these changes. So no need to be scared. And I feel like that's why you are around a lot of people. You're afraid to do this by yourself. But Spirit says whether you're by yourself or with a group of people, you will be able to get through it and come out on top. So starting fresh, okay? So when you have solitude, you start fresh, brand spanking new, about the same thing. A wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. So the adventure goes back to, I feel, the Fool card to me. Where when you're taking these risks, again, you're allowing for new things to come. You're allowing for a new beginning. And so, yeah. Let's see. You are here for a reason. So whatever path you are on, just know that it is your right path. Even though there's not necessarily a right or wrong path, because I feel like whatever path you were in, no matter what you were going through, there's still something in it for you to learn, and there's a reason why you went through those things. So keep in mind that I feel like a lot of you, this is what I was trying to say, but I forgot. I feel like a lot of you feel like it's a big risk to do things by yourself. That's what I feel. Yes, we all need people, other people sometimes, but Spirit says don't get in the habit of depending on others to be there. This is not to say that nobody's going to be there, but this is just to say, know that you can do stuff by yourself. We have hello, new beginnings. What do we talk about? The Fool, well, it's adventure here in this deck. This isn't tarot, it's oracle, but it does remind me of the Fool card, just that word. New beginning, starting fresh. A wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. And then you have brand spanking new. So new beginning is coming once you come back from this solitude. So a lot of you are still trying to figure out your purpose. Some of you may not even know what goals you have. You're kind of in between trying to choose. So we have surrender to joy. A key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling during both the hard and easy times. Keep surrendering to more joy. So allow yourself to experience joy. Allow yourself to pat yourself on the back and give yourself credit. I feel like maybe you give other people credit for things that you do. So Spirit says not to be afraid to own up to the amazing work that you have done, to the amazing ideas that you have come up with. Good fortune, invite magic in. So once you invite it in, this is part of the risk I feel like you're having to take, knowing that magic exists, knowing that you are able to manifest and you do have powerful skills. This is going to be a part of bringing that good fortune in, inviting magic in. And allowing yourself to be happy. So we have goals. So perfect for the reading that we are doing. This is goals. Progress is positive and personal goals will be achieved. Yes. Things are coming to fruition. You just sometimes have to be patient. And again, just understanding different parts of why it may have taken you long to get to a certain place and why you have to do things a certain way, maybe. So we have shame, divine healer. So I feel like that goes back to you again, feeling like you can't do anything by yourself. And again, feeling like again, allowing other people to take credit for what you have done because you feel like it's not good enough if it comes from you. So you let others in some way take responsibility for the work, the hard work that you have done. So Spirit says, again, come out of that. And again, fearless self-love. Stop being ashamed of who you are and ashamed of what you are into. There's something that maybe you're into that your friends and family may not be, and you're kind of scared to kind of show. Or maybe you're very spiritual and you're like, well, my people that I love and know, they're not into, readings and all this different type of stuff. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be readings. It's just an example. But just know that this is just Spirit wanting you to come out of this and not to feel ashamed for just loving what you love. So, but you also need to love yourself a little bit more. So that is how you're going to reach your goals. This is timeless. So whenever you find this, it is meant for you at that time. I wish you love and light, and thank you for stopping by, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Hello, lovelies. Here's pile 2. We are going to be discussing or going over what it is you need to do to get closer to your goals, or how can you get closer. So let's go ahead and get started. We have sound, being aware of the things that are around you and listening to other people. Feel like some of you may be a little bit stubborn, so you feel like you can't, or I feel like you're prideful. A lot of you are prideful, but Spirit says this is also about you needing to communicate more effectively, but more so I feel like this is about you listening to what's around you, listening to the universe, listening to this sound wave here that is coming from Spirit, because those, come with effective ways of how you can get closer to your goal. You have time of fallow. Creative manifestation occurs. This is number 45, by the way. Creative manifestation occurs more easily when I have nurtured myself and under my time of fallow. I don't know. Spirit is saying nurture your healing. Nurture your healing. And I feel like Spirit says don't jump to conclusions as soon as someone tells you something. I don't know why that's coming up, but here we have serendipity number 18. So you guys, by the way, guys are not just simply like men. Guys means boys, girls, a group of people generally. I have said this one time before, not in a video, but I typed it and somebody got offended because they thought I was assuming their genders. Guys does not only mean men, so do keep that in mind. But I don't even know why I felt guided to say that, but there it is. But yeah, so serendipity is about, again, I don't know why I'm in the habit of saying again, we just went over this yesterday, but it talks about, like I said earlier, awareness and being prepared. I feel like your dreams are in alignment as well. Things are happening the way that they're supposed to happen at the right time. So believe in the plan that has happened, that has unfolded so far in your life. There's a plan. What you're going through is a plan that you have to go through. Otherwise, you're not going to get to where you are wanting to be. You definitely have to allow for whatever is happening to happen. But yeah. Time of fallow is more so like about stillness. And again, for me, I feel like this is about procrastination. For some of you, procrastination is actually helpful, but others of you, you really need to kind of get on it. Listen. And some of you, the plan is already in effect. Again, you just need to let things happen. So we have balance, number 9, which is the Manx cat here. So obviously, I feel like some of you need to compromise with, I feel like you need to be flexible. between yourself and others, Spirit is saying right now you're not listening to someone. I don't know why that's coming up, but I feel like somebody feels like you're not listening to them. And while this is about goals, that's what's coming up. So somebody has tried to help you with your goals and you either turned them down or you just simply straight up didn't listen. Or maybe you did listen and you didn't take their advice. So Spirit says this person is here to help you. So true love. So like I said earlier, there's somebody involved in this. Maybe you have like this doesn't have to be romance. It could be, some of you may have the support of a romantic partner wholeheartedly, or others of you have a very close best friend or family member who really loves and cares about you and wants you to do well. They want you to succeed. They believe in you a whole lot. It says your wholeness and safety lie within, not from a partner, but the sovereignty, I don't know how to pronounce that, actually leads to the deepness, intimacy for you to stop using others. Let me stand on my own feet clear, Lord, in no true love. So I'm more so focusing on this rather than what this says. I'm focusing on true love. So, but, when it says using others, I don't feel like you're like using someone. I feel like you are asking somebody for help, and then when they give it to you, you kind of either maybe turn it down in some type of way, or you don't take it into consideration. You don't do what is asked of you. So it's, again, Spirit says to listen. Listen. Right side up, number 1. Okay. So right side up. I feel like at first you were doing things backwards, is what Spirit was saying. You were I feel like instead of asking for advice first, or I feel like you just jumped into something without really knowing what you were doing, which is fine. We have to learn things sometimes, but Spirit says now that things are going to turn right. Well, it's not that they're going to turn right side up. I feel like that you are now doing things the way you're supposed to be doing them. We have spiritual teacher. You're here with heal with your classes, session, and seminars. So somebody who's watching this may either be a spiritual teacher, and I've dropped cards, but I think I just dropped 1 or 2. Yeah, spiritual teacher, or maybe Spirit is asking you to become one. Think about it. For some of you, I feel like you are spiritual teachers to some extent, whether you have a YouTube channel, whether you're helping friends and family out spiritually, could even be like a priest or anything like that. Could just even be speaking in general, because we have the sound here, so it speaks about communication. So again, you may be into public speaking, or maybe Spirit is asking you to take that as a part of, I feel like, getting yourself out there by communicating and by letting your voice be heard. That is another way you are going to allow for your goals to be reached. I'm trying to get this other card that I dropped on the floor. Okay. So, I don't even know what order these were in, but I guess it doesn't matter. But I feel like some of you, as far as the spiritual teaching goes, okay, so I had to flip that back over the right way. As far as spiritual teaching goes, I feel like you taught people before you really knew what it was. Because like I said, right side up, I feel like you did things backwards. I feel like this was it, but it went well for you. For some of you, where you taught somebody something you knew barely anything about. You were learning as you went. But for some of you, this is about a spiritual teacher coming into your life. There may already be one that you're not listening to. You may be listening, but you're digging for answers, and you're just not listening to the advice that they provided for you to get through whatever it is you need to get through, and that's another way your goals are going to be reached, by, again, listening. Surrender your need to always be right. So what did I say? About following advice. You're following your own, which is okay, which is great. However, it's like you're trying to do this on your own, and it's okay to need people. So surrender your need to always be right. Give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationship. So this is going to improve your goals if you just listen. Just listen. Archangel Gabriel, messenger of creativity and hope. Okay, so Archangel Gabriel is assisting you with your goals. Providing you with hope and inspiration and a lot of creativity, in which I feel like, again, your eyes and your ears are closed to what Archangel Gabriel is trying to offer you. So pay attention to messages or any type of signs, because they're coming from them. Key, new beginnings, directions, and adventures await for those ready to let go of the past. Yep. When you're ready to let go, you follow somebody's advice. So this is about advice following for you, for most of you that have picked pile 2. Usually those that follow advice, they are ready to let go, but some of you are not ready to let go, hence why you're not listening to anybody. So until you can let go and be prepared for that, then you won't get towards your goals. You will kind of stay stuck. So the key is to listen. The key is to let go of the past. Your past is holding you back from reaching your goals. Denial. So again, being in denial. Somebody's talking to you, trying to tell you stuff, you're not listening because you're thinking, oh my God, they're wrong. When they're just trying to help you, and they've gone through a lot in their life as well. They got through what they got through. They're able to teach you what they taught. They're able to teach you what they taught you because they listened to someone else. So they were kind of like you, but they found a way out. They got out of denial, and they were able to branch off and have these new beginnings. Communicating freely. I can communicate from the depths of my soul. So this goes back to sound. Communicating. Allowing yourself to be open and express how you feel. No one's saying you can't do that, but don't forget that other people are trying to help you. So it looks like you guys need to learn how to communicate more openly and more willing to receive advice in certain ways from other people. So I know I pronounced or mentioned that word several times, advice, but this is really what this is about, of you guys following your goals. So that is for pile 2. And thank you for stopping by. I wish you love and light. And thank you for just being here in general. If you like a private reading at some point, it's linked to my channel. I will see you guys in the next one. Hey there, pile 3, which is the final pile. We are going to be talking about how you can get closer to your goals. Let's see what Spirit has for you guys. So self-love. So I think it was pile 1 where I talked about this. So if you feel guided to, that pile may help you as well. So go there if you would like. So number 18, shining bright. I shine my light and allow my creative power to burn bright. For a lot of you, this is about you not feeling good enough. And for some of you, this is just about taking time to nurture your goals and stuff. Maybe you've consistently always helped other people, and it's kind of taken away from you doing what you want to do and reaching your goals. So Spirit says take time to nurture your passions, to nurture your gifts, to nurture your talents, to nurture what you're into. Take a break from trying to help everybody else. So take care of yourself. It's good to be selfish every once in a while. So you have shining bright, and this is about, when I see this card, I feel the message is always don't dim your light to fit in. Don't allow for other people's opinions to sway you into not showing people what you were really made of. I do feel like these go hand in hand as well. So thinker, some of you may be over analyzing, or maybe some of you maybe don't think. You know, sometimes before you do things, or sometimes before you say things, Spirit is asking for you to go into things logically. But also, again, for some of you, this is about overthinking. But yeah, overthinking. And some of you, this is about always thinking but not doing anything about it. So Spirit says, don't just think about it, be about it. So the number on there is 44. So maybe some of you have been seeing 444 a lot, or this is your spiritual number, whatever the case may be. But yeah. Some of you, this is about coming up with a plan, the ability to strategize, focus on what is in front of you. There's a need for you to do some calculated thinking or calculated planning. For some of you, you've already done that, which is not necessarily a bad thing. For some of you, you're overthinking and overcalculating. Some of you, I feel like you have OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, where you're just very, very organized. That can sometimes be unhealthy, so be careful. Caution, number 13. Yeah, like I said, some of you are this is something I feel that some of you already are. You are very cautious. This is the Russian blue cat, by the way. This is a cat oracle deck. The number on here is 13. A lot of you, like I was saying, obsessive compulsive disorder, then this came up, and people with that disorder, the main issue is that they're overcautious. So Spirit says it's good to be cautious, and also for some of you, this could be a warning. Okay. Loneliness. I'm hearing that some people you thought were your friends may not be, or you thought. Okay, it says, when you stop fearing your loneliness, you stop settling for less than you deserve. May I embrace and love my solitude, and that's when kindred spirits can finally come. Two, I think, is where I talked about solitude, so that may help. So it looks like 1 and 2, piles 1 and 2, certain aspects of that can help you as well. So I do recommend you going over to that to see what was said. And I feel like this caution is about you guys being in the wrong place at the wrong time, or possibly about not trusting everybody you're around. Some of these people have left your energy because Spirit removed them for a reason, so keep that in mind. Loud and clear. I feel like some of you are going to have some guidance coming up. This is 45, by the way, so I do feel like the number 4 is very important for a lot of you. You're going to have greater clarity about what's going on around you. Loneliness is not always bad. That is the message I'm feeling here. It's going to allow for you to think. And again, these people that you were around kind of took your light, is what I'm saying, is what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. So now it's time to focus on your own light with the self-love here. Environmentalist. You're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature in the animals. Let's see. giving birth. Okay, so that doesn't always mean in the physical sense of like having a baby or anything. This is about giving birth to a new creation, maybe some projects coming, new ideas, getting the Empress vibe here, the abundance type of energy, something that you've been trying to create for a while, it's coming, okay? Nature is asking, do you hear what they're giving you? Do you hear the messages loud and clear? Focus on the positive. So I feel like you're focusing on the negative when it comes to why certain people are no longer in your life. Those people were holding you back from being, whether it's friends or romance, even family members, those people were removed, or you may not hear from them as much anymore because they were standing in the way of your goals being manifested. Nature. So this came up. What did it say? You're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and the animals. So yeah, nature, spending time in nature, connecting with animals, connecting even with other earth angels, working on making the environment a better place. I feel like that is a part of your life purpose, even though this is about goals, but that could be the same thing. Surrender to wonder and awe. And this reads, open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all life. This attitude, I don't know why I said it like that, will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. Okay, and then we have competition, summon courage, and self-confidence. So like I said, some of these people were taking your light, whether you saw it or not. They were kind of trying to overshine you. So I find it funny that this card popped out. So it looks like you will have a lot of competition when it comes to this goal that you are trying to manifest. But Spirit says you can get through it. You can get through it by yourself. Yeah. Patience, slow down, change your attitude, and clear your mind. Obviously, that just means, hey, wait on divine timing. Things happen not by our timing for a reason. We need to give things a chance to manifest and be ready for us. If we accept things too early, it doesn't come out right. So, new beginnings. I talk about new beginnings, and I don't know which pile, it was 1 or 2, so do go over to one of those to check it out. Divine Fathers, where it comes from. So new beginnings are coming once you kind of release certain people from your energy. That way you can get to your goals. The competition, I feel like, is something that's already in your life. It's not necessarily coming up, but for some of you it can come up. This number is 11, by the way. So yeah, so that is for pile 3. I thank you guys for stopping by and allowing me to do this for you. Please do subscribe, like, comment, and share. Let me know what you would like to see next. I will see you guys in the next one. Love and light. So pile 3. So when I had dropped some cards, I think it was during your set, I didn't realize that I had still 2 more to pick up. They were in a position where I could not see them. So this is the rest of your reading. If you end up not clicking to this portion, then I guess it just wasn't meant for you to. So you have 85, follow your dreams and learn from your mistakes. So your mistakes that you have made, I feel like Spirit is saying not to regret them, because it is allowing for you to get off your butt and do something. It is allowing for you to be able to follow your dreams and figure out what it is you want to do. You now know what your passion is because of the things that people put you through, or because of just things that you've been through in your life. Otherwise, if you wouldn't have went through these things, you would not know what you want to do. You would not know your purpose. So Spirit saying is being grateful for your mistakes, because this becomes of it. This is what you have. So I wish you guys love and light, and hope this made sense. Again, this is for the remainder of pile 3's reading, and I do apologize. It's going to be put I don't know if I can merge it into the other like your part of the video, or I may have to just put the store at the end. But either way, I will provide a timestamp for it. Wish you love and light, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.